Dogs to stop barking.
We got what?
The dogs aren't barking. Go.
Oh, we got one? Okay. And we got this nice copper pyramid. So even though these were a failure in getting lead out of the copper bullet jacket material, I'm glad I did it, because I can pour a lot of the short pours. And here's a short pour here. Here's a real cute one, short pour, little pyramid. We'll give these away to somebody who comes along. Here's a nice one. But and here's a real nice one. And they will fit inside of a they will fit inside of a number 6 crucible. But I like to have my ingots small because it takes less time to heat them up. So I like smaller increments. Okay, as far as molds go, the first number 1 video on this project, you heard that deadly tink after I poured the slag off into this mold, cast iron mold. Hi there. And you heard that tink, and I jumped back, and well, here's the crack that developed. And it's almost all the way around. We got one side holding it together. And I use this mold to make these aluminum tiles with. And I can still work with this. I'll put hose clamp all the way around it and get the crack tightened up a little bit and fill it in with clay sand. But you know, doing these high temperature metals like your copper and such, they will crack your molds. Now here's a Lyman ingot mold for lead casting of bullets that I have used for aluminum and for brass. And I do have I marked this crack. I've got this crack along here and then part way down here. So I'm no longer going to use this mold for brass or aluminum. Anything below the temperature of lead. So the answer to that, and we did get these, and we showed you those, and we had 24 pours out of our first 2 of these graphite molds. And then they started along in here, they started getting thinner and thinner on the top. And then they started getting shorter and shorter along right in here. And that's after like 24 pours. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. We looked up on the websites and such, and no one does it, but we did break it in with 3 pours of aluminum first. But anyhow, the company replaced these, and we got 2 more, and plus we got another box of 3. I really need more than 2. And I'm thinking that these are going to be really really, really cool whenever I go to casting lead again and making ingots out of lead, because they're just almost just right. Also, I actually dropped one of these with the ingot, a hot ingot in it, on the concrete floor, though it did not crack. I would think that I still think these are pretty delicate and fragilistic, but still they don't take up a lot of abuse. But it just seemed to me like it just got too hot around these edges here, especially on the sides. And it got thinner and thinner, and then they started getting shorter and shorter after 24 pours. So we're going to do this again. We're going to be going back, we're going into brass right now, because we're done with the copper, and we got all together. This is all going to be copper anyway. We've got like 36 pounds of copper out of this. So you can see over here on the camera that we got some of this stuff here. These candelabros and silver plate, stuff like that. Stuff that we have picked up, and then we take the tin, well, the pewter handles, which is tin, off of them, and now all we have is silver plate brass. So all that's going to be melted. We got like 50 pounds of bullet brass here to melt down, and some various and sundry other. This is the brass bucket, and most of this, well, on the bottom of these forks and such, is, you know, brass that did not quite make the grade, and so we just melt it down. And this is 3 years, I feel, of collecting the brass. There's about 50 pounds there. So also I want to also show you this. We've got these assay tongs, and I did have a pair of jaws on it that were not sufficient to pick these ingot molds up. And I watch people picking it up with Telelocks and by whatever means that they can, but it's never quite level. You know, it teeter-totters on whatever they use to pick it up on. So I modified these assay tongs to where I've got the entire surface of both sides covered and in total complete control. Okay, let's put one of these in here, and we'll just pretend like we just cast this off. You know what? This will not fit in these different molds. All right, well, we'll just put it on top. But you see how you've, when you pick it up, you have complete control over your product. And also, after you dump your ingot out, you can pick up your ingot like this. And you can do